This week, we're exploring voice for editing and revising, and we're going to begin analyzing the elements of a story. Vocabulary 17114 covers the academic vocabulary you'll need for these discussions. There are two essential questions we must answer. First, how do we use the correct word to discuss English topics? And second, what are the best definitions? How do we use the correct word to discuss English topics? We expand our vocabulary. What are the best definitions? Let's look at this week's vocabulary and find the best definition for each word. Passive is when the subject is not doing the verb in the sentence. For example, the mouse is not doing the eating. The mouse is being eaten. So the sentence is written in passive voice. Active is when the subject is doing the verb in the sentence. For example, the lion is doing the eating. The sentence is written in active voice. Theme is the overall message of a literary work. It is the lesson we learned from the story. Purpose is the reason for writing: to inform, to persuade, to entertain, to describe. Conflict is the struggle between opposing forces. This conflict is between the protagonist, who is the main character in the story, and the antagonist, who is working against the main character. A flashback interrupts a story to relate an event that occurred in the past. This event is an important piece of information the reader needs to know. Foreshadowing gives the reader hints about something that may happen in the future. If you're a good detective, you might be able to guess the ending from foreshadowing. Plot is what happens in the story. Setting is the time and place in which the story occurs. It is important to find out as much as you can about the time and place in order to fully understand the story. The characters are the people and animals in a story. We find out about the characters by what they do and say, by what other characters say about them, and by how other characters treat them. You have two assignments for Vocabulary 17114. First, complete the Cornell notes for Vocabulary 17114. If you were not able to capture all the notes when the lesson was presented, you may view the Vocabulary 17114 presentation. Use the Cornell notes for Vocabulary 17114 to complete the Google form for Vocabulary 17114 before you turn in the Cornell notes. Second, complete the Google form for Vocabulary 17114.